The
All
stream.
right. Hello. Hello,
Hello.
hello. It's been a long time. Long time.
It's
How
been a
long has it
long
been?
time, Lois. Um, it's been, dude.
When was the last time we've spoken?
Well, our DMs. The last time that you messaged me
Yeah?
was um December 1st, 2021, and I didn't
Bro.
reply.
Oh yeah, I said something about
Gaming.
that video because we
Oh
made
yeah,
that
that was
video,
in the.
remember?
Dude, that was 2021.
That was a long time. Long time ago.
Oh my gosh, man. Dude.
Dude.
Yeah, no, it has been a minute. How have you been?
I'm good. How about you?
Dude, life is good. Life's been busy, but I'm out here doing my thing. I've been getting nostalgic. I've been going down memory lane every once in a while. I've kept up with what's going on in Unturned from afar.
Oh boy.
Uh, Dude,
Unturned.
Antarctica.
Antarctica map. You saw the
And
Antarctica map?
I did. I pulled up some video while I was watching lunch like yesterday or the day before, and it was just some dude like goofing around with his friends.
Was it like a
And
stream?
uh no, it was like a 20 something long video. It was by Quartz
Oh, I know
1050.
that guy. I know him. That's funny.
Yeah. No, it was pretty entertaining.
He's pretty
I
good.
would
He's
Yeah,
pretty
I'm glad
good.
to see there's still some like newer guys that are coming up.
There's
It's
like,
always cool.
there's a bunch. Dude, you and me, we're like old now compared to all these people. And that's
Dude,
crazy
I
because
am a
you were here
boomer.
before me. You were here
Yeah,
before
no.
me, so
I remember when I installed Unturned in 2015 on that was the first PC game I installed. And it was so scuffed, but it was so good, bro. My PC could barely run it.
hilarious. Yeah, mine, I remember playing it on like my mom's work computer. That's how I started.
Dang. Yeah, because when I turned, how old did I turn? I guess I turned 15, or maybe it was 14 or 15, and I was like, my mom was like, "All right, you can go to Micro Center and you can build a PC," and I was like, "All
No
right, here we
way.
go." And I convinced her that it was gonna be for homework, and so when I was talking to the guy that was helping me pick out the parts, I was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be for homework," and he was like, "All right," and so he didn't really
Did he
help
get
me.
it? Oh no, he
No,
didn't. I thought maybe he was like cool and he was like, you were like, oh, it's for homework, wink, wink, and then he was like, oh,
no, it was
that
some
would be
older
goaded though.
dude. It was some older dude, and he gave me like some AMD APU, and so it was like the worst graphics. And I got a graphics card later, but like it was still bottlenecking on that, and I still just loved the crap out of the game, and like I would play it all the time.
It's a pretty good game.
Yeah, I remember I installed it and then played with a friend that night on PEI. Had no idea what was going on. Some admin was like abusing and like spawning stuff in near us. But then like
Classic.
I kind of changed games. I went over to like RoboCraft and like this other one called Blockade 3D, just whatever was free on Steam that looked appealing. And then one day the internet went out at my house and the only game that I could play offline was Unturned. And I booted up Washington and I had the time of my life and I was stuck with it.
You played Unturned Washington in single player.
I did.
Apparently, a
I,
lot of people play single player.
dude, especially with quests, I can see that now. But like back in the day, compared to other stuff, I don't know how you do single player. I'm impressed if you do.
Yeah, I only play. I remember unironically playing single player once. I was on like vacation and we were like, we had to stop somewhere, and I had my computer. It was like the laptop,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and there was no internet, so the only game I could play, same thing, was Unturned, and I just played that.
Dude, it was goaded. Then I started streaming and I was like, this is so much work for nothing. And so I switched over to YouTube.
What, you
And I was
streamed
like,
on Twitch, I
yeah,
assume?
yeah,
Wow.
the account's gone now, but my original name was Some Person on Earth. Because my
Some
parents were like, you
person.
you have to have a username that no one can find out who you are. And I was like, I
Some
and
person.
clever. It was so stupid, man.
Some person on Earth. Hey, I mean, no
Yeah.
one knows who you are.
Exactly, exactly. My identity is secure.
Like your real life identity, you're secure. People know Somebody on Earth in the game. Some people
Exactly.
do still to this day. Some
No,
people remember.
barely. Maybe
I
like
know some.
5.
I know maybe some OG original gangster unturned Z-Man 1064 viewers know who
Mm,
you are probably.
throwback, throwback, throwback. Dude, I occasionally open up that dreaded Bluebird app. Ugh,
Twitter?
spooky. Yeah, no, I hate that site so much, but they have good memes. And I saw one today. I think Magical Burrito posted it, and it was something about like MTN and P9 drama. It was like a throwback meme or something like that.
Bro, wait, MTN?
MTN and Panda faked beef back in like 2016, and
Bro.
Burrito posted it like today or yesterday or something, and I was just like, whoosh, back to my like 16-year-old self. It was crazy. But
That's
how have you
funny.
been? Dude, give me
Me?
the update. Yeah.
I'm fine. I've been, doing my thing. I never left, I guess. I never
Yeah.
quit. I never gave up, I guess.
Dude, I respect it.
We still in the game. Now I'm like the only guy that uploads. I swear to God. I'm like the only person.
Ugh, it's sad.
No
It's
one
sad to see
uploads
how many
anymore.
people have gone.
No, that
Well,
literally the entire community is just gone. But yeah, you said you watched Quetz. Yeah, that guy's fun. That guy's fun.
let's
He's
I'm
got good
I'm gonna
vids.
search Unturned from the past month. Okay, Liam is still here. Let's freaking go. Nilex is still doing his RP stuff.
Yeah, he still does
Liam,
RP.
Rye Games.
I saw
Never
that one
heard of
too.
him.
That guy's just some random. Some people come by every once in a while, like other YouTubers outside of the community, and they'll make like a vid,
Fascinating.
and then they
Didn't
leave.
like didn't Unturned like reach its peak players like in the
It
past
did.
couple months?
It did. Pe-
Dude.
it's weird. People think it's the Chinese, because Unturned's in
Oh.
China.
Well, don't they have
Uh,
their own version?
yeah, but I don't know. There are Chinese servers on Unturned, so people think it's the Chinese, and like when you look at the Steam charts, it kind of makes sense because there's like a spike every day, like, and then after an hour it goes down, and they only have an hour of gaming a day over there. So also
Oh.
Russians and like Eastern Europe, they all play the game.
Interesting.
The North American community is kind of like dead. There's like
That's
nobody left from over here.
that's tough because there's still so much good content being made. Like freaking Polaris.
Polaris, yeah, Polaris. Um, that's like the newest one. Danby 2 basically owns the curated map creation scene.
I'm so proud of that guy.
Shout out to him.
He Dude, he has been on that grind since like day one. He was one of the first people I met in Unturned. We met on Red Flyer 44 server, and since then he's been a homie.
You met him in game?
We met in game. He was an admin on Red Flyer's server, and Red Flyer was a part of Anoma Gaming out there with like Union and Hayden and
Union and
Airfern.
Hayden. Bro, I remember Hayden. Where did Hayden
Who?
go? Hayden's gone. He uploads like car stuff now or something.
Yeah, I know. He started streaming a long time ago, and I don't know what he does
Union went
anymore
huge with the R
with a
RL
Minecraft.
craft thing, and now he's
Yep.
like dead because he doesn't upload, which
Ugh.
is kind of crazy. I can't believe he had lightning in a bottle like that and just bailed.
No,
He just
that's
bailed
the
out.
crazy thing is like there have been some Unturned YouTubers who like make the
Escape.
switch
They
and then
escape. They get
they
free.
find it but they don't stick with it because like
They just
boom
burn
me
out.
back in the day did like the whole VR thing and he was making like insane views and then he just stopped.
Millions of views, and then he streams on Twitch.
Okay,
He
okay,
twitches now, and he plays on turn sometimes, but no one
let's go.
remembers him, I guess.
Yeah, because that was his lightning in a bottle, and then Union had RL Craft. I don't know who else has made switches.
Um,
Those are the two big ones.
that's the two big
Todgy,
ones. Fudgy, yeah, he did Roblox.
yeah,
Same with
he
Elite
made the jump.
Roblox.
Yep.
Um, Zombie he kind of went into
Dude,
Rust.
Zombie.
Dude,
That
we don't want
that's
to
a
we don't want to
that's
go
a
into
situation I regret.
do we want to go do we really want to talk about we don't want to talk about that.
We can talk about it a little bit.
The
Oh,
zombie Dude, I was talking about this actually yesterday because there's been so much shit going on in the community. There hasn't been this much drama going on
Yeah,
since that event in 2018. That was like since
that was
then
the
there hasn't been
peak.
a drama that big. Yeah.
Really? Well, I know there's always something with Panda going on. Someone has some gripe with him because there was a whole blackout thing.
Did you
I
see
did
my
watch your
video?
video on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so sad to see really cool projects like that just kind of crater.
Yeah, he
Like
fucked it. He
they
fucked it.
either need to be passion projects or there needs to be like really good business behind them. Otherwise, they're just gonna crater because it's so hard, I imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the whole Zombie thing, dude. Back in the day, I was so nitpicky, and I should have just left that whole thing
We
alone.
were
I kind of
all
regret it,
we were all kind of just stupid. We were all
dude.
just kind of dumb.
I was so like, oh, I'm in the right. This guy's in the wrong.
We
Blah
were
blah blah.
kids, bro. We were like, how old were we?
Literally,
How old were we?
dude.
How old are you? I
It was.
forget.
I'm 21 right now, so it
I'm
was
20. So I was like
2017.
14 or something. You were like
Yeah,
15. Zoom was probably like 18 or 19, something like that. Something
tops.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were all just like we were all dumb and young and stupid, you know.
yeah. I feel
At least
bad,
we
especially
learned.
because like in his video, he was talking about like his personal life struggles, and it's like, dude, I don't need to be like coming at someone when that's going on. It was such an idiotic move. But like, I was
It's
like, oh,
historical.
this guy thinks Unturned is dead. Blah 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 blah. Blah. It's like
That
it's a
shit went
game at
hard.
the end of the day. Who cares?
That
Like it's
that
not,
I miss that era. I miss that
dude.
era. I'll be
It was
honest.
it was kind of fun a little bit getting riled up, but like that's the thing is like drama is just like so intoxicating to the brain because you like get so built up in your mind about it. It's nuts.
Yeah.
And
So
that honestly kind of cured me of drama in my life. Like I
after
avoid
that,
drama
you
with
were
a
done.
10-foot pole.
After that, you were
It's
done. Dude,
yeah.
me, it's the opposite. After that, I went balls to the wall.
We do a little trolling.
Well, I did a little I did a little tomfoolery. I did a little tomfoolery. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so when's the next curated episode?
No,
When's the
bro.
next curated episode, bro? It's been like 2
I,
years.
I know, I know, I know. Okay, so here's the thing. I pulled up my videos and I showed them to some of my like really close college friends like a month or two ago. And ever since then, they're bugging me. They're like, "Bro, when are you gonna come up with episode 2? The people have been waiting." Because I still get comments on the video like, "Where did you go? Where's episode 2?"
It's been 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. 2 years.
I know, I know.
The only thing, the only like, you were in the Hawaii video a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
but that was it.
I
That
think
was
that was
it.
my last appearance.
Last
Yeah,
transmission, and now you're back here. That's
I
kind of
am.
funny.
Dude, I keep coming back to the guy I had the beef with. Now we're just vibing.
Now we're
So
chill.
exactly. The thing with the whole curated video stuff was I made the first one and writing that script for all three videos. I think I finished the script for all three. And it took forever because I kept changing like my views on the subject because stuff kept happening in the community.
Yeah.
Especially with like Elver coming up because that's like right when I was testing Elver. I forget exactly when it was, but Danabee was about to release Elver, and it was like, and
Elver was
Animatic
fucking
was working
huge.
on Kuwait at the time, and I saw like a lot of really good content on the way that was actually like really innovating. And I think what I was going to say was wrong with the curated system was something along the lines of how it's being delivered. Because early curated maps were getting like put directly into the game file, so it felt like a part of the game. And then there was that separation with other curated maps where they got subscriber only, and then there was like the lower tier that got featured, like Candyland and some other maps.
Yeah.
And there just wasn't much structure, and I think that was my biggest gripe was that Nelson hadn't really devised his strategy when it came to how curated maps were going to be handled in a consistent manner.
Yeah. It is
And
a
so I
weird
think,
system.
yeah, there's like in the guidelines, I remember I kind of started talking about that in the script or in the video, and it was really inconsistent on. I think we touched on that in the Hawaii video about like um compound objects and
I
stuff.
was actually, I might be working on another map video soon, and I was actually gonna call you to do the compound bit again.
Yo,
I was gonna
I would
call
be
you
so
up
down.
and like
I'd
have
be
you
so
do a
down.
voiceover. You don't have to edit that whole part. By the way, I don't know if I ever said this. I think I have, but you literally that whole section of your video, like you made that. I didn't edit
I
that at
did?
all.
I don't remember that.
You edited your whole bit. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I obviously went and did some little touch ups. I did some touch ups, but like, you edited that whole bit, and I was like, dude, this guy just did like half the work for me. Have video done. Let's go. Speed run.
Dude, I don't remember that. I just remember record. Well, hold on. There was the Trident Games bit where I had like a little Trident Games house. Okay, no,
Yeah, you
I
made
do
that.
remember that. Yep, yep. I
You
remember
made
that
that.
now.
Yeah, that was not me. I think I've said it a few times on stream, but yeah, you made that whole section of that video, which was kind
That
of epic.
that was when I started like wanting a bit more like a little bit meme style if I was to come back to videos because like I got towards the end of YouTube I like kept everything like really well structured and really serious and it kind of took some of the fun out of it and I think that's why I got so burnt out on it is
Yeah.
it became more of an assignment that I was giving myself.
Then an actual
Eh,
fun little side
yeah,
project thing. Yeah, I feel you.
yeah, yeah. And so that's really especially that in combination with like all the classes I was taking for college, like life just kind of took over and video games almost became a chore. That's another thing, dude. Video games, the grind is so obnoxious.
It
Give
is.
me like give me a fun, concise game. Couple hours long. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. But like all these big games now just add padding to extend the runtime and it's like, no, I don't want to play this.
Yeah, like
I don't
I
want
don't
to
like
dedicate so
Rust.
much
I
time.
tried getting into Rust because Zoom was in Rust. He's like, bro, make some Rust stuff. You'll go huge, 100%. Because I already got
Yeah.
like the editing down. If I went into
Yeah.
Rust and made like, have you ever seen The Fall of Firen? Imagine a video like that, but like a Rust vid. Like it would obviously do really
Oh my
well.
gosh.
But like,
Dude, I forgot about fire.
dude, I can't fucking stand it. I just can't. I can't stand Rust. It's so it like I don't want to have to go on this game 7 hours a day every day to care about this
Literally.
fucking wooden 1x1. I don't care.
It's not worth my time.
I
It's
don't
not
even play
enjoyable.
Unturned Survival. Like it's almost the same thing. Like you have to
That,
maintain stuff. Like when I play
yep.
survival, I'm a nomad. I don't build a base. I've never built a base ever.
Yeah, that's another one of my takes that I've kind of turned around on. Survival sucks, man. Especially like most survival games, like they just make it to where life is difficult
Yeah.
for no reason. You can't even end up getting high tier loot unless you dedicate so much of your life to playing a single game.
Yeah, you gotta like do like 18 different things. It's like it's not for me. I like
And like if you're not good at PvP, someone comes along and you're dead and you lose all your progress like instantly. And it's like, where's the fun?
I think that's why so many people play single player now. I think that's why
Yeah.
because number one, like Elver and all those maps after it, they
You
have
got the
like a
quests.
yeah, so you can do that in single player.
Yeah.
And then there's, just you don't get shot by a green skin because it's
Yep.
single player. All you got to do is kill zombies. I always think of single player, I always picture it as like vanilla, but I keep forgetting about like Elver and stuff. Like it would actually probably be fun with like Elver and things like that.
Yeah, no, I could see how it would be really good. What I wish I don't even know. Is this a feature? Is like hosting a server like a local multiplayer like a thing yet for like or like having people join your game?
I don't. I assume not. I don't think
Okay,
so.
because I remember doing Hamachi back in the day, and that was the only way you could do that. But
I'm
like,
I'm sure maybe you could still do that if that was a thing
yeah,
in the past. I'm sure maybe that's still a thing. I don't know. I usually just get someone to. I was hosting my own servers for a while, but I just have like
yeah,
LVR host all my shit now.
yeah. No, honestly, like, I feel like if that feature was added, then people would just go explore like all the maps and like do all the quests, and player numbers would probably rise a little bit. Just
Probably.
because it's always more fun with friends to explore. That was like the joy at the start, is exploring like a handcrafted world, even something as simple as Washington. Like looking back on it, like stumbling upon campsites while it's like dark and like sneaking around, like finding the excavator in the dead zone, like all these little things. For me, like back in the day, that's what like made me fall in love with the game,
It
was
was a
the
good game.
exploring part. Yeah. So I don't know. I know Nelson has been doing just a ton of work behind the scenes. Um, I also really agree with his decision not to do Unturned 2.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
another thing
there's
I agree with. Yeah, like the whole he's not I don't know if he's ever not going to do it, but he like
yeah.
kind of just stepped away from it and he's doing
From a business standpoint, such the right move, because you have all of the content sitting in Unturned 1 or like Unturned 3.0
yeah.
that's user generated, that you don't have to somehow port over and start fresh. You have all these cosmetics. You have an entire like skin market which people are actively trading, and at least they used to gamble on. I don't know if that's still a thing or
I'm
not.
sure that's still a thing. I'm sure it's still
I'm
a thing.
sure.
They tried bringing unturned gambling sites back and that like didn't go over well, if I
Yeah,
recall correctly.
I'm not surprised. But like there's so much like basis for Unturned as it is right now. I think there was just hype about a different engine and rebuilding from scratch. I can see how that's appealing, especially when you have like this monstrosity of a game that you have to go in and fix everything. But genuinely, it makes like the business decision to stick with one is like totally there. And there's been so many good updates, like the movement update that
That shit
changed the
was
meta.
good.
And then I know there was like a gun update that changed like recoil stuff, right?
Yeah, they changed recoil and movement, and I'm pretty sure he ported all of that stuff over from 2. That was like a 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get so confused with the naming of this
dude, I
shit.
do too.
Why doesn't he just call it Unturned like 4.0? Why didn't he stick with
Un-
that?
because that would be too simple.
Unturned 2, but it's Roman numerals. But we also have Unturned 2.0, the game before Unturned, which is technically Unturned 3.0, but it's not called Unturned 3.0. It's called just Unturned.
Literally.
It confuses the fuck out of me. I call it like I call it I think I just call it Unturned 2. And like yeah, in most videos I have, I just call it Unturned II.
Yeah. Like I opened up the forum not too long ago,
Mhm.
and I saw something about like some guy wanting Unturned 2 or Unturned 4.0 or whatever to be like made open source so that the community can take over, and it's like, huh?
Who said that?
Okay, it's actually at the top. It's by Anonymone BU, January 29th. It's
Is this
titled
a
Unturned 2
video?
must be. No, it's a forum post. Unturned 2
I'm
must be
banned from
made
the
by the
forum.
community. What did you do on the forum?
I did. Okay, so I'll let I got banned from hold on. I can look at it just without an account, I think, but okay, so this is the craziest shit. I got banned from the Unturned Discord and the Unturned forum for shit I did on Twitter, basically.
Oh gosh.
It
Not
was
that
some
Twitter.
it was shit I did on Twitter. I literally never broke any of the rules on both platforms, but I got banned. I'm pretty sure Nelson actually had me banned, which is interesting to say the least.
I can see how you would want to protect like
I
stuff
understand
from
it kinda,
controversy,
but at the
but
same
like at
time
the
it's
same
like, bro,
time,
I'm like the
it's like,
only guy that uploads on this game and you ban me.
are you gonna be able to be that consistent with other people on your platform? And it's like, I don't see how that's possible. I don't know. I feel like cross like doing like bans and stuff from other platforms gets tricky. But again, I'm not the one moderating websites and discords, because that's just like, ugh.
That's a whole other belly of the beast, yeah. It's a
Literally.
whole other
Anyways,
thing.
this post says, okay, we all know that Unturned 2 is on a hiatus with no development scheduled to resume, and I
Uh-huh.
personally believe that it will never be released.
Uh-huh.
Duh. This
Lol.
started to make me think, and in my opinion, if Nelson really gives up on Unturned 2, he should make programming files, scripts, etc. available for community modders. This way, they could carry the project forward independently. It would be interesting because Unturned 2 would be a game made by the game's own community. Don't get me wrong, Nelson is a great artist and developer, and no one is putting this in doubt. But if he no longer wants to work on this project, give it to the community. giving it to the community. Oh, okay. It's supposed to say giving it to the community seems the best option. So all the work done over these almost 5 years will not be thrown away. It's like, dude,
Eh,
no one has rights to any of it. It could all be recreated. Like the thing with Unturned 2 is he was changing his development vision like so often that the foundations that he has, at least that we knew of, could be remade in a matter of months by someone who's skilled in Unreal.
that's
So
true.
it doesn't really make sense to me why he would make anything
Also,
like
it's not like it
free
would
to
be
use.
successful or as successful unless Nelson himself like released their
And he's not
creation.
going to do that.
But he
Exactly. He's
probably wouldn't. No, I don't see him doing
yeah.
that.
Like I know was it did BattleBit? No.
Oh,
BattleBit was its own thing, right?
that is another entire thing. Were you here
That
for
ever come out?
Carpat? Were you here for Carpat?
Yes, I remember Carpat.
Dude, that
Yeah.
shit was literally just a fucking scheme so that BattleCot could fund BattleBit. I'm saying this right now. That's also going to be a video. He used that to fund BattleBit. There's no fucking shot that that was an actual attempt at a map. It was made so lazily. You know how it was made, the compound object. That's why I want to make a Carpet video, and then I bring you in. I want to get you and Cerati or something, because Cerati also did like some funny Carpet things, right?
Cerati would probably have like more educated takes on Carpat than I would because I remember.
But it would be
I think
funny if you were there because of the compound objects thing. Like every map
yeah,
video,
no,
you just show
I
up for
could,
compound objects.
I would. So my PC is literally like I'm on my laptop right now. My PC is literally in a box under my desk. It is not even hooked up. But for that, I would probably hook it up and reinstall the or update the game because I never uninstalled it really. But it hasn't been on
That's crazy.
since
What do
the
you do in college, if you don't mind me asking, or is that like
yeah.
confidential information?
No, I can share some of it. So I'm majoring in basically it's technology and business.
Mm-hmm.
And so like stuff I've learned is like Python, and then also like systems analysis and design and project management stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot it's like kind of bridging the gap between like the business people and the IT people to like make applications and like fix problems and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I have another major in supply chain management, which is basically like, oh, it's so many different things.
Are you
But
gonna finally
logistics.
fix the fucking gas prices? The supply chain is fucked. Help me, please. Is it
No,
bad in
see,
Texas? Is that shit bad over
honestly,
there?
it's like I don't know, it's like $3, give or take 15 cents. I don't know.
Are
It
you
depends
for
on where you
real?
are. Yeah.
That's way better than where I am. Where I am, it's like $4.50. It's fucked. It's
Oh
so
my
bad.
gosh.
It's so bad. It's so
I don't
bad.
even keep up with the news. I don't even know what's going on.
Me
But like
neither.
the thing with supply chain is if I don't fix it, I get to have a job. So everyone just keeps
Oh,
breaking it, and so it creates that artificial demand. You know, it's all a scheme, bro. They're out to get you.
you're right. It is all a scheme. They like I remember reading this thing about like air conditioners. There's those old like 50s shitty air conditioners that have like 8
Mhm.
parts missing, but they're still like Antarctic freezing, and then you have like a
Yep,
new one that breaks in 2 weeks. They do it on
dude.
purpose. They break it on purpose. So you have
It's
to fix
literally
it.
it's over engineering and like over complicating things. This is now we're just gonna start talking about right to repair. I don't know if you know about that, but like over engineering mechanical stuff or just electronics to where the user can't fix it and they have to send it in or like buy a replacement so that there's so much extra waste
Yeah.
and like uh Lewis Rossman has some great stuff on YouTube about it. He's
I
a
should look that
tech
up.
repair guy. It's a whole mess. John Deere, the tractor company, is like so predatory with its customers.
They
That's a whole
literally
nother thing.
they literally make a broken product.
Bro, we're talking about tractors now. How did we get here?
Hey, it's a podcast, long-term show. It's not
Dude,
entirely based on Unturned. We were just talking about Unturned because that's how I know you. That's what you were known
exactly.
for. Do you ever plan on coming back to YouTube?
So the friend that I was showing the videos to like a couple months ago, we were at the gym. Was it? I guess it was sometime last week, and he was like, "Bro, do you think you'd ever like go back and like at least make a couple videos or do anything? Because like after college, like what are you gonna be doing in your free time?" I'm like, you know, it's not a terrible idea. I still have all like the video editing knowledge and like thumbnail making stuff. Like for different student organizations that I'm in, like I've had to make a bunch of graphics. So I'm probably better at making like graphic design stuff and thumbnails than I was when I was actually doing YouTube. And I've had to edit a few promotional videos for some parties and stuff.
That's kind of sick.
Uh, yeah, that's another big thing that I do in my free time is like I'm really involved on campus and with a bunch of like nonprofit stuff. Um,
Do you
I
get extra
DJ
credit
now.
for that? You DJ?
I DJ. Yeah.
SOE DJ? Dude,
I would send you photos, but that would expose me.
True. Unless you censored them with like you just put your profile picture over your face. Cause that would
I
be
might be
funny.
able to.
You should if you do that, post it on Twitter, you'll get like 90 likes. I swear to God.
Dude, it's honestly a lot of fun. I'm only doing it because the org that throws parties has that need, and I love it so much. Like those are some of my closest friends, but that wasn't anything that I ever like aspired to be. You know, it just kind of I just kind of fall into places, and it's just like, all right, this is what I'm doing now. And I have
Dude,
fun with it.
I can't believe SOE's a DJ. Yo, join my Discord so I could give you DJ role.
Okay.
I want
Am
to
I
give
not
you
already in
DJ.
it?
No, I don't even think I'm in yours either. Dude, I need to get in yours. Even though
Dude,
I
it
don't know
is
if anyone
so
uses it.
dead.
Dead chat. Dead chat.
Dude, like genuinely, I texted today after logging in at like 1:29. I said, because everyone for the past like year, like every once in a while, messages like, "Is he alive? Did he die?" And
Did he die? Oh
and
my God.
I said, started losing interest in playing games or making content. School began to take priority, and life just kept on happening. Sorry, I haven't been on in some time and haven't been responding. And they were like, "He has returned. He hath risen. Easter brings somebody on earth." And it's like, well.
I mean, hey, I'm not gonna lie. If you came back, right, even if it wasn't like let's say you were pulling a me where you upload like maybe once a week tops, right? Maybe
Yeah.
not even once a week. I could see you like having a comeback because there's nobody is uploading. No one uploads Unturned anymore. Like practically no one.
I mean,
At
I
least English
definitely,
speakers, there's no one.
I definitely could still come up with like ideas for the video essay type stuff, and then I would probably add in like, kind of gameplay, but make it like interesting, editing it to where it's like the actual entertaining parts, like a lot of gaming videos do now, where it's like interactions with other players or like conflicts or like finding cool items and building stuff, like I don't know. I've seen like some Rust content that's pretty good where they chop out like the really boring stuff and
It's
they
only the
almost tell like a
action
cool story.
sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could potentially see that. That's if I like find the motivation to play games again, because pretty much for the past 2 years, the only game I've really played on a at all on a regular basis has been Smash Bros, and that's just with like my roommates and stuff. Um, I just haven't, and that's just because it's with them. It's something to do with them. But genuinely, like, I don't know, games stopped being as interesting to me. And so
That's what
after college,
happens when you get old.
dude, I feel old. I feel so old.
That's what
But like
happens.
after college, maybe I'll get back into it, or I could see myself just like buying a guitar or something and just like learning guitar after work, spending time on that and reading books. Dude, I love reading books and I haven't in forever.
Nerd. He likes reading. Nerd. No, I'm kidding.
Bro, reading is so cool. You like look at like ink on a page and you start hallucinating. It's crazy.
Dude, actually, you know what? What you just said, you're actually right. That actually is true. What the fuck? When you look at words, you're just looking at a shape and you hallucinate
Literally.
like what it is.
Sometimes you hallucinate concepts, other times you hallucinate like actual places and things. It's nuts, bro.
Dude, have you ever played Among Us?
Dude, Among Us. Dude, I remember like after COVID hit and I was playing Among Us, I think I logged 100 hours into that game. I don't even know why. It was like the darkest time in my existence.
Dude, the only time I ask is because I'm looking at like your Discord and because we're in the same Discord servers, right? And one of
Yeah.
your usernames in one of the Discords is Dream Epic Chungus Among Us Sussy.
What Discord is that in?
I don't know. Hold on. Can I actually click this and see where Zipes Village, Zipes fucking server.
Oh, Zipe Blueberry.
Dude, Zipe. Dude, I met Zipe in real life.
No freaking way.
Twice. I met him twice. Here, I could send it in the chat. I can send you
Bro,
it.
that's nuts.
No, he had
Oh,
like in the same year, he had 2 layovers in Phoenix,
Oh,
which is where I live. And I came and I drove there and we drove around and we went to McDonald's and shit. He's chill as fuck. He's also in college. What's with all the fucking people I know, right? All of my colleagues have fucking like, they all go to, I mean, I'm going to college too, but they all went to college and they fucking just, they bailed out. And Zype he had it way easier because he has 500K on TikTok and he could just go on
what?
TikTok. You didn't know this?
I didn't know he was a
Z
TikToker.
Zype, okay, sometime after you left, Zype got on TikTok and did Minecraft TikTok and blew the fuck up. He got like
Oh my
500,000 followers on TikTok. He's
gosh.
literally huge. He got
Another guy that
sponsored.
jumped unturned.
Yep, another one. He got sponsored by Microsoft. He has like he still has the Xbox. He got a free Xbox.
That's bonkers, dude. That is so funny.
He had it way easier though. Like
Oh my gosh.
you make long form videos. He makes short form.
Yep.
Short form is way easier. He could have still did it, but I don't know. Something about I think he wanted to make stuff that was more meaningful, I'm pretty sure, and that's why he's not doing it.
That's the thing, is like genuinely algorithms on like every platform reward creation of like the worst content.
It's for real.
And I don't know why they don't want to change it. Like why do you not want to reward like
Because
more
it doesn't
meaningful
matter.
content?
Regardless, they make money, so who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, if you can get so much like crap content on your platform
If you
that
can
people
get 8
keep
videos out a
watching,
day, you are our priority because you make us the most money.
dude, it like I open up YouTube and like every probably once a week or so I'll clear like my browsing data on my phone's
Oh boy.
browser
Clear the
just
browser
so like
history.
it clears cookies and I don't stay signed into anything for too long.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'll I don't have the YouTube app installed. I kind of stopped watching a
What?
lot. Yeah.
You
No, I
stopped
tried to
watching
break
YouTube.
like addictions to a lot of the online stuff
Do you
because
even use
it
the
was
internet
bad back in the day.
anymore?
Mostly for like school, honestly. Like I guess I
Damn.
watch TV shows on Hulu sometimes, but like that's just like content to fill the empty void of noise, you know?
Damn, that was deep. That was dark. That was dark. Are you good, bro?
Dude,
I,
I'm honestly
you're good?
I this is one of the best times in my life.
That's
I
pretty good to hear. Sometimes people
I,
get down in college, you know what I'm saying?
I know I've been so blessed in college to like
Hashtag blessed.
find some really good guys and share community with them and like I don't know. I don't think there was a better place for me to come than where I am now. And I'm so thankful.
I bet it's
'Cause
less toxic than the unturned community, that's for sure.
probably because I've seen some I also like took a peek around like there was the whole thing on the forums. There was some drama with something about a flag and I was like how
Oh, that whole thing. Yeah, that was a whole other thing. There's a lot of, so let me break this down in
yeah,
the
give me the
most, let me simplify it. So there's a lot of, like I said earlier, there's a lot of Eastern Europeans, a lot of Chinese people that play
yep,
Unturned, right?
yep.
A lot of Eastern countries, I should say, not just like
So there
generally Russia and China. There's other ones
it's
too.
it's the culture that isn't as tolerant
Of
or
like,
acclimated.
they're not as acclimated, tolerant, whatever of those types of folks, right? So
Yeah.
when they see, that stuff in their game, they get upset. That's what happens. The unturned official is horrible. I don't even care that I'm banned from unturned official. It's so bad in there. It was funny.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in that server, and then I joined one day to look at drama, and then like the day after I looked back to leave and I was already out. I'm like, what happened? And I was banned. And then I got in a call with Doug. I'm like, yo, I got banned from unturned official for some reason. He's like, bro, what the fuck? Go make a forum post and ask. And I went to the forum and I was banned from there too. And he's like, what? You're the first person I've ever seen get banned from both
He's
for like
been
nothing.
censored.
I've
He's
been
been
blackballed.
deplatformed.
Yeah, literally deplatformed. That's what I said. I'm like, guys, Jesus has been deplatformed from all unturned talking spaces, official unturned talking spaces.
And yet you're at 10K on YouTube, bigger than any other active right now. Go off.
True. The only people bigger than me right now are it's still Nilex, he's still around,
Yeah.
and P9's still around. Liam,
Is
he's still around.
is P9 having like medical issues? Because like that's what didn't you mention that in your video or something? He
Hmm.
had to take like a medical leave. I hope he's okay. Like,
Yeah, I hope
I
he's good.
mean,
He had a kidney stone.
oh, that's tough. Oh, I had a meme for that. Let me see if I can find it on my phone.
You have a meme of P9's kidney stone?
No, not P9's
Just
kidney
kidney
stone.
stones in general?
Just kidney stones in
I'm
general.
surprised I don't got a kidney stone if I'm honest with you. No, he's
I
like
don't even.
24 and he has a kidney stone.
How do you get him?
He's so I don't know. I think it's calcium buildup or something like that in a kidney, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
If you want my game theory, he's German. Germans drink a lot. I think he like gets stressed out about blackout cuz he runs it like garbage, right? And he just drinks. I think that was what happened. He just drank himself into a kidney stone.
That's tough.
What does
There
this
you
mean?
go.
I'm gonna pull it up. I'm literally pulling it up on the
Yeah,
thing.
go for it. Go
Infinite
for it.
cobblestone generator. Infinite cobblestone generator. That is funny. I like
Dude, my
how it's
buddy
from
sent
Image
that to me
Flip.
like last week. Oh yeah.
Infinite cobblestone generator.
Literally live look at P9 as internals.
No, but the Unturned community hasn't been this crazy since, like I said, 2018 Zombie versus Somebody on Earth drama. Liam went to the hospital. P9 went to the
No,
hospital.
no, bro. Who's
Um,
gonna make unturned content if they die?
yeah, for real. We had this is more of a morbid one. It's actually sad, so it's not really a joke. It's our
Yeah.
friend Megamind passed. That was another huge thing that happened.
Oh no, I did see something.
He
A
literally got a
screenshot of him on
memorial in
there.
the game. He got a
Yeah,
memorial. Yeah, rest in peace.
that's so sad, man.
It is like I was actually devastated. I knew him. He was like a regular attendee on my stream. Regular attendee. Um and I know his friends, like, and I was his friend too. So it was just like sad. And then we had some bullshit with that, all of that. I don't want to get into it too much because it's like
Yeah,
it's frustrating. But
I know there's been a couple people who have passed. I remember back in the day, early days, I did not know him well, but I knew some of the guys that would hang with him. I think it was Sebo my ego. Was friends with like Slinky and Hayden,
I
I
remember
think.
Slinky and Hayden. Yeah.
And I think he ran with that circle, and I think he passed away from cancer back in the day. And then I remember hearing about some memorial in Unturned for someone. I think they played with like their wife or their girlfriend or
Oh
something.
my gosh, you're right. I remember it was, dude, I remember what you're talking about. It
Yeah,
was like a, you're right. It was some, I think it
someone wrote
was,
Nelson about it.
yeah, and it was posted somewhere. It was for, I think it was a husband or was it the wife? Who passed?
I
Was it
think
the
the
husband or?
husband died. I think so.
Yeah, a husband and wife like played Unturned, like they would play on a private server or something, and
Yeah,
one of them like passed or something, or it was like a family thing where like they'd play with their kids too. That's some sad shit.
yeah.
Sad thing. I actually forgot about that. The whole
I did too, but we started talking about death. Death is crazy, man.
dude, it's crazy to dude, you know what's crazy about it is you don't really attach like an actual human to someone online until they pass and then you see their fucking obituary and then you realize like dude this guy was just some fucking average Joe,
Literally. Like
literally
that's
just
the
an average
thing
guy.
with like online and gaming, even like tying back to like the whole drama from back in like 2017 or whatever is like my prepubescent mind never like fully understood that like there's people on the other side of these channels and on the other side of these Discord profiles like they have the same exact struggle. It's so easy to like disconnect that just because you're playing some game or whatever or on Twitter. And I don't think honestly, I think that's going to be like a huge problem for the next generation of people that are like being raised on social media is they don't understand like the consequences and like actions that they have online have real consequences in people like other people's lives. And like
It's the bad
that's how like
things.
toxicity just spreads, bro. It's crazy.
1984
Literally
1984 world
1984.
1984 world, bro, literally about to happen. That and then there's AI. Have you seen the deep fakes, bro? That shit is sad as
Dude,
fuck.
I've Deepfakes are nuts. The ones of like Trump and like Biden and
And Obama,
Jordan
they play
Obama.
Minecraft.
Yeah,
It's
those
funny
get me
now,
a little
but
bit.
dude, that shit's gonna escalate, and then the government's gonna step in and try to put sanctions on whatever, and it's not
And
gonna be good.
it's not gonna work. That's the thing. I watched a video by MKBHD. I guess it was this morning actually. I opened up YouTube and searched him up. He was one of the first like channels I watched back in the like first time I watched YouTube.
Uh-huh.
And he was showing like some recording of like an AI generated Jay-Z rap. And like it was really hard to tell the difference between like normal Jay-Z and that rap.
That's fucking
And
horrifying, by the way.
like we're still in like the first stage of AI. Like it's just now starting to roll out and like people
Terminator,
are
Terminator world's
like,
coming.
dude, remember like the Wild West of the internet? Even like when we were young, we still got to see like the end of that. Like I
I
remember
remember.
going on like Reddit and doing like Reddit 50/50 and getting to see like the most vile stuff in human
Dude,
existence or like a picture of a dog.
that
And
it
like
was dude, you're right. Yeah, that was the
we
Wild
we
West back then.
we got to see some of like the unregulated stuff before everything got so corporatized. And that's where we are with AI right now. And then like it's gonna be such a ride getting to the point where like everything's really controlled and restricted. But then there's gonna be those people on the side that are like off with their own projects, still like going crazy. And like you're not gonna be able to tell what's what someday, probably. Unless there's tools that are made to like tell normal AI apart from like what's not
They have
AI.
to
I don't
do
even
that,
know.
right? They got to make it where you can tell, because
The tools, man.
if it eventually becomes so realistic you can't tell what's real and what's fake, they have to fucking do something. They have to
Yeah.
make some tool where you can tell, like, because that's like, bro, like, dude,
Because if it's
that's
just the
just
government
horrifying.
like trying to regulate stuff, I mean, that never works, bro. Especially on the internet. Like, good luck. Good freaking luck.
True.
Bro, we're going on some crazy tangents here.
That's why, dude. That's the Z's of spectacle, bro. We just talk about random shit. What about 2R? Remember when 2R games quit? Let's get back to Unturned,
Bro,
I guess, a little bit.
Kartoshka. 2R game.
Kartoshka. Dude, I can't believe they're
Rosie.
gone.
That's so sad.
They were
They
the
were
best
so funny.
ones. They were the
Genuinely,
best.
yeah, no, I would agree. They probably had the funniest content. Like that
Funniest
anyone could
content.
watch.
I'd gotta say, like, terms of like like entertainment value, like in terms of the funny, they were the
So well
best.
made too.
Yeah, it was good shit. Editing though, I gotta give it to Cerati. Cerati's the best
Dude.
editor in the community,
Is
like the best video maker, I gotta say.
what's that what's that one YouTuber? It's like is it Funky or something like that?
I don't. Is it
Funk.
funk?
FUNK with a lowercase e. He has like really, really well made videos. They're like video essay type things, and he animates his own stuff. And then Sir Addy started animating his own stuff, and I was like, bro, it's on the same quality. It's nuts out here.
Dude, no, Cerati is like he might be the best creator to come out of the community, honestly. Him and
Yeah.
like he's on par with like all the greats, like, you know. I would say I'm the best one right now, just simply because there's no one else. That's the only reason. It's the only reason I would
Yeah.
say it.
The market is so small. I think you're right when you like said something about like it's mostly Eastern Europeans and like the Asian market that is playing the game, especially if we're having like such a high player count with
But
such a
such
low.
low amounts of content being made on the website
Exactly.
and low views as well. Like views are at an all-time low, I think. I think it's having a bit of a resurgence though. I mean, my channel's been doing
Yeah.
good, so I don't know.
I have no idea how you even like start fixing that problem, honestly.
You
It's
can't.
such a unique problem to fix.
I don't think that is a I just don't think it's a actual thing we can fix. I just think that we had like a golden age,
Yeah.
and then now we're just kind of in like the shadow of that for the time being, unless something else crazy happens, which could happen, but I doubt it.
Yeah. I mean, everything has its own time and place, like its own seasons. So I understand. Nothing's gonna last forever, and it's kind of foolish to think that everything's gonna last forever.
True.
I think at least for Unturned has a leg up on a lot of things just because how it's structured. It's not like only online. Like Fortnite, bro, when Fortnite loses popularity, the servers one day are gonna go offline. and no one's going to be able to play it. But people
True.
are always going to be able to play Unturned because you can play it offline, you can host your own stuff. There's not a centralized thing that holds it together other than Steam, which I mean,
It's the same thing with
I don't-
EA games. They just shut the servers off eventually. Go buy the
and
new
that's
game.
so sad.
Go buy the
That
new
is
game.
so
Fuck
sad.
you. You can't play this game anymore. Even though you bought it. You can't play it anymore. We're shutting the servers off. Go play the new one.
One, it's super scummy business practices, and two, like you lose all this artist's work, and they put so much time and effort and thought into all this stuff, and you're throwing it offline when you can definitely like spend a couple months and like make it to where people can play it on their own and self-host. Like, how hard is that? But it's not wise from a financial perspective, so they don't pursue it, even though it's like better business practices.
Yeah. I think Unturned needs official servers, but the whole it being like the whole it being kind of just community hosted, that's also good. It's like it's good it's been that way, but there needs to be at least like maybe 5 official ones, I think, where you can get the genuine experience.
Yeah, you got a question in the chat. How many years you think Unturned got left? That's such an interesting question.
I
mean,
how many? Well, we thought it was, dude. We thought it was gonna be dead in
2019,
2018, 2019. Yeah, like we all got prepared for the end times, but it didn't go. Well, Dan saved it. I'd credit Danaby too for saving the game, giving it a longer. That map, Elver was like when Kanye West made Dark Twisted Fantasy. That is what Danaby 2 did. That was his Dark Twisted Fantasy. That was like the greatest Unturned map, like designed, best Unturned curated map, I should say. Not like of all time map, like but curated map, best one, definitely.
Yeah, I think Krilp is right when it depends on the curated maps.
Krilp.
So like the biggest thing is like how can Nelson incentivize the like creation of curated content? And I think the best way is just to continue the current model because I think it's honestly a decent model for what it is. And then continue to work on the game, make it a better user experience so the people that do try it, go try that curated stuff and like can support the curated like creators. And then it just becomes a cycle of like, okay, there's always players coming in that are going to keep playing, keep buying. And I mean, he's sustained that for a good long while now. But like keeping it free, like
I think Unturned, I don't know. We thought Unturned was going to die, and it was close to it in like 2018, 2019, but now it had its like peak player count. The game isn't going to die anytime soon, but the YouTube scene, I don't know. It's, I don't know. I think it's kind of, there's been some stagnation. It's stagnated, definitely.
It used to always be like there would be a new batch of content of something, and there would be a resurgence, and that wave would last for a while.
I think that was like the Nelson doing his weekly updates. That's what he did back then. That was really what did it. After that was over, he stopped doing the weekly updates, and now it's just like the curated updates bring life to the game. But besides that, and then there's like people that come into the YouTube scene, like people after us that come in, and then they do like pretty decent, and either they continue with it but go to something else, or they just like start shit posting and then they just leave.
Yeah.
Or like stagnate or stop, which is weird. Like I'm the only guy I know from out of the 3. So when I met Zoom, right? It was me, Zoom, and John P. Zoom, Douglas, me and Doug, and John P. We were like the 3 guys that were gonna like start doing content, and I'm the only guy left. Doug did animation stuff, and now Doug's a good guy, dude. Doug, me and Doug like came into the limelight at the same time.
Yep.
But he went off and did his Blender stuff. And then
so good with animating.
He's so good at it.
Weapons, like, whew.
He's the best animator we have.
Yeah, I think he's the best animator we have. I think Renaxon is one of the best like modelers when it comes to stuff. And then Danaby has like one of the best creative visions. NSTM knows all of the NPC stuff in and out. Animatic just has like such a great perspective on everything. Like I don't know. I'm just listing off games 5 much, honestly, at this point. But like,
dude, when those guys make maps together, it goes hard. Like Arid, That was like Doug animated all the guns, Animatic or whoever. Who made Arid again? Was it Animatic or was it NSTM? I think I'm
It
thinking
was
of Kuwait.
Kuwait was made by Animatic and NSTM, and then Arid was Renaxon and a bunch of other people.
They're good at that stuff.
They are.
I wish we
And I
had
mean,
more vanilla, maps though. Like I like this kind of mythical type fucking shit they do now, but I miss like remember when they did France as a curated
yeah,
map and it felt like
it felt like a vanilla map almost.
I kind of miss that vanilla feel. Also like the lore got weird. I wish they kept with that initial story, but it kind of like branched out into some crazy stuff. I don't know.
I
That's like nerd stuff, but
Yeah, I think part of that is just you have to keep ramping up the excitement and the craziness in order to continue to get people to stay interested because
True.
if like Nelson updated the game right now with all these other maps and came out, let's just say he released, I don't know,
Pine
uh
Ridge.
he released Pine Ridge or like Canada at this point. In a more fully fleshed state with more features added, but not anything close to like how crazy Dan and Renaxon and everyone else gets,
Yeah.
people would play it for a little bit, but it would turn into just another curated map or just another map that like doesn't get in the rotation that much. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one thing to have a curated map, but it's another thing to have it stay in rotation of being like populated.
Yeah,
Like Arid still gets players, Elver, Kuwait,
yeah.
like they still have people play it, but like
And
all
I
those
think
other
it's just because
ones,
they innovate. They get a creative vision on how to actually make something unique in the game. Whether it's like the meta, whether it's rotating around locations to farm loot, whether it's like survival and exploration and quests and whatever it is, like they find a niche and then they really like design the entire experience around that one thing. And that's the thing that I think most curated maps, like most maps in general in Unturned, have been missing, and they've just like found that perfect formula. Because I can't tell you how many times I would hear guys say, "Oh, guys, we're gonna make a curated map together, and it's gonna be this real world location." It's like, how are you gonna make that interesting? What's the catch here? How is that gonna be differentiated from any other map in the pool already? And then it falls flat because the people either don't put the work in and they don't have a unified vision as a team. And so that's why I think some of these solo projects do so well is because they have one guy that's like focused, has the skills, and they actually do everything
like
that needs to get
Buak,
done.
Buak is gonna be crazy, and fucking
Dude, Toothy D-Ride is going nuts.
Toothy made that by himself. He made one map, right? Toothy D-Right
Yeah.
is one man. I mean, sorry, woman. He's one. Sorry, she. Fuck. Look. He just came. Suck. Fuck. She just came out. I'm sorry. I keep getting it wrong. Toothy. She sat in her room for over a year and has been making this map, and I guarantee you this map made by one person is going to be way better than other maps like Rio was made by like 5 people. I don't know how many
Because it
people
has a
made
unified
France.
vision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be way better. It's going to be way better than all those maps. And maybe even be on par with like maybe like Elver or something with the amount of there's like 3,000 items on this map.
I think it's gonna be one of the most creative experiences in Unturned from at least what I've seen. At least especially from an art style perspective. Also, I'm gonna have to go here in a minute. I
Oh
gotta
yeah,
go help out
true.
at that after school
It's
program.
been like an hour. Yeah, true. We're 2 minutes off. A
But
minute off from an hour.
we'll keep going to hit that hour mark. But like, I don't know. I just love when people can actually dedicate themselves to a project and see it through to where their creative vision actually like ends up happening and a final product can be released because it's so cohesive. They know their intentions for their project better than anyone. And unless you have like a good project manager or leader who can
Mhm.
actually like unify a team, like it's gonna come out disjointed in some way. I don't know.
It's gonna be crazy. Buak's gonna go crazy. I've seen like she showed me stuff. I was shown stuff myself,
Yeah.
like exclusive content. It's gonna be insane. There's literally like the customization alone for like how you look. You can like clothe yourself
Yeah.
Literally fashion, unturned fashion.
Some of the buildables that they showed me were like so cool. Like there was this whole like I don't know drawbridge. Anyways, I do have to go. Unfortunately, this has been a joy. I've
We need to do
thoroughly
another
enjoyed
one
this.
where it's longer, so we don't have
Longer.
to break it off so abruptly. But yes, I do know you
Yeah,
got to do school things.
dude, I love a good conversation.
It was lit.
Dude, this was great.
I
Thank you
enjoyed
for
it.
having me on. Thank you for having
Thank
me
you
on.
for showing up. I know it was pretty short notice.
Hey, it's all good.
It was good
It is all
stuff.
good.
It was good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Shout out to everyone in the chat.
Yep.
And
Shout out to the boys.
what's a really cringy thing I could say here?
Dude, do
And
your
don't
YouTube outro. Do your YouTube outro. What was your YouTube outro?
I don't I had an intro and it was like early on it was what's up guys? It's your boys, somebody on earth here, but I never had like a proper outro. So I'm just going to like copy the really cringe generic one from early days.
He's gonna
Guys,
copy
thanks for watching and don't forget to stay unturned.
it.
Then you gotta play some like crazy like NCS track or something. And it goes blah 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 blah
Ba-da-da-ba,
blah.
ba-da-da-da-da,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
da-da-da-da, da-da-da. It's funnier if I just did the
Exactly.
voiceover for it. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Stay unturned forever.
Stay
For
unturned
real.
forever, man. Hey, I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah, I'll see you soon. Maybe we'll have another one. Who knows?
Hey, I'd be down.
All right.
All right, later.
All right. Bye-bye.